Hi everyone, this is Frozen here once again, and today, I will be doing a movie review on Jurassic World Dominion. The film stars the cast we know from the original Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. I don't know how to explain the plot without spoiling it, so all I will say is that it's actually about Maisie Lockwood. Yeah, that girl who freed the dinosaurs in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I was excited for this film but not fully hyped. It was obviously not going to top the original Jurassic Park, but I hope this will be the best in the new Jurassic World trilogy. But after seeing the film in 40x, I gotta say this was even better than what I was expecting. The movie is just a blast from start to finish. I was concerned about the 2 hours and 26 minutes runtime since it was way too long for the franchise, but thankfully, it wasn't one of my flaws and I surprisingly did not feel the runtime. This is a film that actually should not have worked. It's a film that's so full of fan service and nostalgia, specifically with the return of Ellie, Alan, and Ian, but somehow, it worked for me. The chemistry between the Jurassic Park and World characters is just perfect. My favorite character of the film is definitely Maisie Lockwood. I love that she completely grew as a character and there's more connection with her. She's actually in the center of the story, which I mentioned earlier. I love seeing Owen and Claire decide to become parents and have Maisie as their adoptive daughter. Maisie had a perfect arc where she must learn to accept Owen and Claire as her stepfather/mother, and somehow it paid off at the end. Don't worry, I'm not giving away spoilers. The story is much better this time as it isn't a simple story that involves stupid shenanigans. It's a very complex story that some people might not get it, though I would say the whole movie is more character-oriented. The visual effects are absolutely spectacular and possibly the best of the franchise. There are even more number of dinosaurs than any of the films in the franchise. There were even some species that were never present in the franchise since the original. I also love that this is literally an adventure film. We see characters going to different places, and there was a scene that will give you Indiana Jones vibes. That scene even featured the biggest jump scare in the whole franchise. My favorite scene in the film was definitely where they were in Italy. That scene gave me Skyfall vibes, and that entire sequence just left me on the edge of my seat. The raptor chase just might be my favorite action scene in the whole franchise. I had two major flaws that kind of affect the film and a couple of other nitpicks that don't affect this movie as much. It's no surprise that the human villains were not good at all. There was one human villain I liked, it was that woman in a white dress, but I wish we got more of her. Thankfully the main human villain is better than the ones in the previous Jurassic World films, but he was so boring and forgettable. I don't even remember who that character was, and also they played that villain way too safe as he poses no threat at all. There was one aspect of the film that really disappointed me, and that is the final battle. At least there were better action scenes throughout the film, but I expected so much more from the final battle. Love that it was fight between two T-Rexes, but it literally only lasted for a few seconds. That might be my least favorite scene in the movie. Also I wish we got more Zia. Franklin was fine and is much better and less annoying than he was in Fallen Kingdom, but Zia only had 2 minutes of screen time in the beginning of the film. I wish she had more, but that's just rather a nitpick. Overall, Jurassic World Dominion may be nowhere near as good as the first Jurassic Park film, but it is the best in the Jurassic World trilogy, and while it's kind of flawed, it is a perfect conclusion to the saga. I honestly don't get the hate for the film. Yes, it has 89% on Rotten Tomatoes, but most of the non-certified Rotten critics are slamming the film. In my point of view, when the film comes out in the USA, the Rotten score is going to go down massively. I hope I'm wrong, but I'll be right there defending this film if it ends up getting mixed reception. And yes, this film has its social media reactions from the world premiere, and man, that sucks, it got divisive reception. Some enjoyed it, but a lot of them hated it and called it the worst Jurassic film. Really? The worst one? I'm definitely on the positive side of this. I give Jurassic World Dominion a 9 out of 10. So, that is all for my review of this film. Are you excited for Jurassic World Dominion? Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for a new video to come. Bye guys.